Miramar, and welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you. I'm your host, Tamara G. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. That's Miramar. And we all know it's right here in Miramar. And right here with us today is the Director of the Economic and Business Development Division at the City of Miramar. That's Anita Taylor. Joining her is the Assistant Director, Richard Hughes. And we are so happy to have two of our own on the show this morning because you guys have some really important information about what the City of Miramar is doing for COVID relief. So first of all, good morning, Anita. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Tamara. Nice to be here.
I'm so happy to have you guys. So tell us, Anita, as the Director of Economic and Business Development, business has not stopped for the City of Miramar, right?
No, it has not. It has not. In fact, it's gone into full gear because we've been trying to do whatever is necessary to assist our businesses and to also provide information, not just of city resources, but additional resources that exist at the county, state, or international level, the national level. So we've been really working hard to push out information to our businesses to support them.
And how has that been? I mean, have the businesses been looking for help? I'm sure they have, because
yes, absolutely.
We're in an area now that is unprecedented for anybody.
Correct. Yes, they have looked for support. In fact, last fiscal year, the City Commission allocated $1 million in economic stimulus relief for our small businesses. And it was for businesses with employees with 10 employees or less. Located in a physical location. It didn't go to support home-based businesses or nonprofits, and it went to support rental assistance and utility bills. It's for those businesses that were literally shut down and weren't making any money during the initial closings when COVID was at its height. So we were able to assist those businesses then. And we received additional monies this fiscal year, and we'll roll out a program in January, should there be businesses that are still struggling to pay their rent and utility bills.
That's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Richard could share some information about the micro enterprise business grant that we've received through the CARES Act.
Yes, go ahead, that's our current program, and it's intended to help with payroll expenses. In this case, what they say micro enterprise, they mean businesses with 5 or fewer employees, including the owner. So it's the really, really small businesses that are out there. And you have to have a physical location as with the other grant. So it's not home-based. You have to have 1 year of being in business prior to the COVID situation. So that would be March 2019 or earlier. That's the time frame for that. And it's reimbursement based. So what happens is you bring on somebody on your payroll, you pay them for the payroll period, and you submit the payroll records to our consultant who helps us run the program, and you get reimbursed for that expense, up to $10,000 during the course of your payroll for that position. And right now it's an open program. There's no deadline. There's no cost to apply. And our consultant, Community Development Associates of Florida, they are the administrator of the program. And they do have a dedicated person to answer any questions. 954-431-7866, 110 is the way to reach that person. And on our website, under MiramarFL.gov, if you go to Economic and Business Development page, right on our front page, we have a banner on there that you just click on. It's got the application materials. It's also got frequently asked questions. So everything you need is there to know more about the details and what's involved in applying for it.
And so this money is grant money, which means that it does not have to be paid back, correct, Richard?
Right.
Okay. Grant money is always good money.
Yes.
And the fact that people do have to have some type of documentation. They do have to have some things. They can't just come in and say, well, you know what, I did lose $10,000 last year, or I lost $20,000. Has that been an issue, Richard, with possibly giving the money away? Is because, small businesses aren't known necessarily for keeping the best books.
It is. What we're finding is that people are submitting incomplete applications. So right now, it's a bit of a struggle. Our consultant is helping them work through that because you have to provide tax information and some other personal information. So you have to have your documents ready. And that's federal requirements. It's not ours because it's federal money. The other thing I should point out, I missed to say, was that if you had already gotten payroll protection assistance through the federal program earlier, you won't be eligible for this program because you can't duplicate the benefit. So I want to point that out. So for businesses that did get that earlier, this program won't be available to you. But back to your point is, yes, there's certain documentation requirements per the federal government, and it's all in the application materials that you have to provide. And I think what happens is people, especially those businesses that small, may not quite have the organizational wherewithal, okay, to have that at hand. So there is some technical assistance that's necessary through our consultant and also us to help walk them through that. But it is some work. I won't deny that. So, we will need to work through that situation. So it's going to take some time, but we're still optimistic that we'll be able to assist the businesses through the program.
And I agree, yes.
And if you guys are just tuning in, we're speaking with Anita Taylor as well as Richard Hughes. Anita is the director of the Economic and Business Development Division at the City of Miramar, and Richard Hughes is the assistant director. Anita, I wanted to ask this question because, obviously Miramar is a great place to do business for people who don't know that. We're telling you it's right here in Miramar. And, do you guys have a number of how many businesses we actually have in the city?
Yes.
And how many that are coming, because we're in a great location.
The last count, I believe it was over 2,000.
Wow.
Am I right? Yeah, we're over 2,000.
Yes. Yeah, that's
over 2,000 businesses. And with the last economic stimulus program, we were able to assist almost 200 small businesses. Okay. Now, when I say over 2,000 businesses, I'm including everyone of, small and large, but we were able to support 200 or nearly 200 small businesses. And as Richard said earlier, it's a challenge sometimes because small businesses don't have the documentation. And for our program that we're rolling out in January, similar to the one that we had recently, these small businesses have to be people with 10 employees or less, of course, within the City of Miramar in a physical location. And we request that they provide a copy of their business tax receipt, Broward County tax receipt, and the state certification. What we're going to do to alleviate some of those problems that we may have when we open up the application in January is have it clearly on our website in December and show businesses these are the documents that you are going to need, and give them links to the sites that they can go to so that when we open it, there'll be a greater probability that the businesses will have the proper documentation so that the application can be approved quickly. What causes a delay is when people don't have the documentation.
Right. And it's not that they're not doing good business. I mean,
correct.
But unfortunately, they just may not, like as Richard, I think he said, they don't have the organizational skills or,
correct.
And they're just trying to make it,
exactly.
they're every day they're trying to pay employees, they're trying to do whatever, and they don't have everything written down and registered and all that good stuff. Yes. So that is great that it's going to be on the MiramarFL.gov website coming up very soon, because this is going to open in January.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sounds good. And then for people who are wanting to move into Miramar, whether that's a large business, a small business, medium-sized business, how can they get more information about how to do that too? Because, a lot of people see where we're located. We're on the county line. We're away from hurricanes. We're not on the east side. We're on the west side. Yes. How can they get more information on that?
Normally what they do is they contact through our website, they contact us directly. And I have to speak to, Richard, I'd like for him to mention our Business First program, because that's one program that we use to reach out to businesses that have newly come to the city. But we do, if someone is looking to come to the city, we have on our website available space that's available for lease. And that's very helpful. They don't need us, but of course, if they contact us, we will walk them through that process of what type of building do you need, what's the square footage, what's your location choice, and things of that sort.
Okay, yeah, Richard, please talk about the Business First.
Yeah, Business First is our corporate outreach program. We actually contact the different corporations. We try to do about 25 to 30 a year, which is what we're finding is a pretty good number. There's a lot of businesses out there, but we try to be targeted in terms of the different industries in the city, like aviation and healthcare and IT, those type of things. And we try to contact someone in a leadership position, and we actually do a visit, which is good because we get to learn firsthand their experience being in the city. We learn why they came to the city. Mm-hmm. What their experience has been, have they engaged the city for any reason, permitting or any other services that we offer. And if not, they now have a face me to help them should they need something from the city. So it's a good dialogue we bring our county counterparts with us, somebody from the workforce side of things that can talk about state training grants and what the county has to offer and other resources that they have. So it's been a very successful program. And we're going to resume it in the new year virtually, naturally, like we're doing right now with this. And so we will be starting that in January, and we hope to be able to continue to be successful with that. I want to add too that in terms of all businesses, we have a guide to doing business with the city. We created a document, and it's on our website, that walks you through the different steps if you're new to the city. What like business tax you got to go to. You want to check with the zoning department if you can do your business where you want to do it. So it's a step-by-step guide to, getting them into the city, and with contact information, website information, links to things. And before I forget, getting back to the grant side of things, Broward County currently has a grant program that's open for all businesses countywide. And so I would encourage in the city to look at that. We have a link on our particular page on our website. It's also Broward.org, and you look for economic development, and it's business assistance. So they have it tiered to the size of the business, and it's tiered towards the amount of money that's available for different things. I don't want to go too into detail of that because it's not our program, but it should be known out there that there's other resources.
One thing I'd like to add too, Tamara, I'm sorry, and when a business wants to locate to the city, one thing that we offer and many businesses value is expediting permits. Because the longer you take to get permits, the longer you're not able to open your doors. So we will meet with our building official and staff and identify ways that we can expedite permits so that those businesses, when they relocate, they can open quickly.
And that says it all right there. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, if you want more information about the Miramar COVID relief for small businesses or any business, you can go to the website, MiramarFL.gov. And if you want more information, I'm so glad Richard mentioned, because, people outside of Miramar also watch this, but that Broward County has some funds is available as well for small businesses. So that's Broward.org. So check that out. But thank you so much, Anita Fain-Taylor, the Director of Economic and Business Development, and also Richard Hughes, the Assistant Director of Economic and Business Development. I've known both of them a very long time. So has Andy, our producer. And we're just so happy that you guys joined us today. So
thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.